So recently I get a letter from Luigi Mangione. My assistant comes to me and says, you got a letter from Luigi Mangione. I said, which Luigi Mangione? He says, D. Luigi Mangione. I said, D. Luigi Mangione from the Metropolitan Detention Center? Yes. In Brooklyn? Yes. The same place that a lot of these guys, Nicolas Maduro's at right now, by the way, Ghislaine Maxwell, R. Kelly, Diddy, some of these guys? Yes. The guy that got accused of killing Brian Thompson, this of United Health? Yes. What's he writing me a letter for? I don't know. Okay. So what do? I open it up and I read through it. And by the way, to tell you how well it was written would be an understatement. This was written as if a kid went to Harvard or Yale.
So if y'all don't know, Luigi Nicholas Mangione is an American man accused of shooting and killing United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in New York City back in December 2024, right? Mangione, who was 27 at the time, was arrested in Altoona, Pennsylvania 5 days after the shooting. He has pled not guilty to both the shooting pled guilty to both state and federal charges. A federal judge dismissed the murder charge due to a technical flaw, but stalking charges still remain, which could carry a life sentence. And I did not know you could get a life sentence for stalking, y'all. Y'all think that's crazy? A life sentence for stalking? Let me know down below.
Good writer, sense of humor, sarcasm, witty, even a riddle in there. He even cut a piece out. Like, go figure it out for yourself. Clips, go watch these clips of these philosophers. You can tell he's very intellectual, deep meaning in the way he's writing his stuff, right? And even in there, he talks about, because one day I'm doing a podcast, my phone blows up with a couple hundred messages, Pat. A viral article is going around right now of Luigi Mangione, who turned 27 years old, writing 27 things he's grateful for. And number 7 is you. So number 7, I don't have a connection with him. Yeah, go read it. Number 7, I'm grateful for Patrick Bet-David's book, Your Next 5 Moves. Really? Yes. And he's passing it around in the prison he's at right now. Huh, interesting. How that book made it there, who knows, but it's there. And then in here he says, Pat, out of all the 27 things I wrote that I was grateful for, the one that I got the most hate mail was number 7, Your Next 5 Moves. A lot of girls who are Gen Z were not happy about that. He says, you have a Gen Z female problem. He says that in the letter. Anyways, he said a lot of other things. So I sat on it and I said, what do I tell this guy? Do I write back? You know, what level of hope does a person have at 27 years old that is accused of killing a CEO of a company, United Healthcare? And we all know the United Healthcare was known for lowest percentage of paying insurance to their clients, or the, payouts that they're giving. So it's not like they had a good reputation. But to go and allegedly kill that CEO, what do you tell a guy like that in the letter? What do you tell him? So I sat there and I thought about it. I remember being in military and how much letters meant to us. Till today, my teacher from my high school, health and guidance teacher, that I met her when I was 14 years old. I'm 47, 33 years old. You know, till today, we write letters to each other. Every 3 months, I get a letter from her. She's got chickens, she's got this, she's got that. But it took me back to when I was in the military, how
Oh my God. This is a crazy topic, y'all. This is a crazy topic.
valuable.
Just the scope of this, right? Imagine you were a person who's done good things in their life. They've tried to be on the right path. And they're also trying to lead people down that path. And you're going to have to reply to a letter from somebody who is in a very dark and that's not even necessarily desperate, but deep, bad place. Being in prison, being locked up, like you said, for accusations of murder. How can you, somebody who is the CEO of life insurance companies, entertainment companies, ex-CEO, do certain things or say the right words to him necessarily? Like, what do you have to say? How can you shed light or give him perspective of what he can look forward to? Because it's going to be kind of hard. It's like me trying to tell Patrick McDavid what to look forward to. We're on two different levels. We're on two different viewpoints in life. So it's going to be it may be a disconnect. Does that make sense?
Our response was, so I wrote a letter back to him, and I sent it yesterday with 6 books to him. So I think those other 6 books, he's got time to read.
But if there was somebody I know could spin it and get a good message for him, it'd probably be PBD.
So I sent him the other 6 books to go through as well. The guy's got a sense of humor, even though he knows what he's done. And I have so many questions that I wrote on the letter to him. But made me think about something else. How does this apply to you and I? Okay? You and I directly and indirectly. I was a kid back in the days that, I listened to a lot of Tupac. I listened to a lot of Hit 'Em Up. I probably listened to Hit 'Em Up, 500 times. That was my workout song. I listened to Eazy-E, Real Mother, you know what, G's. I listened to RBL Posse. I listened to Rappin' Forte and, Bone Thugs and Harmony and DMX and all these guys. I hung out with guys that were, troubled kids. And, I was part of a basketball league that was with Blood and Crip and Black Diamonds and 18th Street and Toonerville and all these guys, TVR. I was in that community trying to figure myself out at 14 years old. Parents got a divorce. Life was a little bit interesting. And I went into the military. And so I thought about myself. Luckily, when I was in those moments of being impressionable and vulnerable, the right people were in my ear. And so it got me to go back and think about a guy I interviewed who was an FBI criminal profiler. This guy would talk to you right after a person killed their wife. He was the first person that interviewed the husband that's accused of killing his wife. Vice versa. Wife accused of killing the husband. He's interviewing the wife to see what happened. What got you to the point of killing your wife? What was it? Was it cheating? Did he hit you? Did he remind you? Did she do this? What gets you to a point of killing? And we all read or see these movies or the stories we go through, right? What got you there? And I said, Jim, what makes somebody do this? He says, Pat, 22 years of doing this, it comes down to 3 things. I said, what is it? He said, genetics loads the gun. Genetics, mom and dad, loads the gun. He says, your personality aims the gun. But he said, life experiences pulls the trigger. So.
Now that's gas. That's gas. That's generational trauma in a nutshell. You passed it down, you're raised in it. Now you start to feel like that. Now you're acting on that. And then the world starts to just make everything seem like it's going to be all right if you just act how you feel. And then you're like, dang, all these situations popping up, they just happen to align with the way I'm thinking. No, you're creating this reality. You created it. So you believe things were so bad and so aggressive and so mean for so long that now it is that way. Or however, maybe you thought things were so good, great, and abundant for so long, and now it is that way. But it's all about how you think and how long you think like that. You have control over your thoughts, and ultimately your thoughts control your reality.
Life experiences. This guy had back issues. He had certain health problems. His grandpa was a very successful businessman, made a lot of money. He had the trajectory of, he was a valedictorian. This is not a regular kid. He was a valedictorian. Could have been a net positive to society, working, building a business, creating jobs, maybe getting involved in politics, doing something positive for the world. He had that brain to do it. He had the genetics to do it. But those life experiences, the 90 days that he went on his own and mother couldn't find him, and eventually around November of 2024, I believe, mom reported that, I think my son is missing. And then December 4th is the day he's accused of killing Brian Thompson. We've all seen the videos and the day they caught him. So what happened during those 90 days? You know one of the movies I hate the most? When I tell you, I don't hate a lot of movies. I hate them.
So he went missing right before. I want to watch something about this because I need to hear this whole story.
This movie. You know what's the movie I hate the most? Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. Absolutely hate the movie Joker. You know why? At 43 minutes, I don't know what the timeline was. I'm sitting with my wife. We went with about 20 of us. And the story is the guy ends up killing the capitalist, the wealthy guy. And he's a hero. Look at this guy. Wow. You know, take out these rich. And I said, what kind of a freaking movie is this? How many kids is going to watch this and they're going to be like, you know what? I'm going to be a hero. Let me go take out somebody in power. That could have been him. Luigi Mangione could have watched Joker while he's away with somebody else and somebody's in his ear. You know what? Look what they're doing and what happened with you with insurance and this is not fair and and all of a sudden you're like, I am right and the system is wrong. And when you get to that point, that's a very dangerous place to be because you're almost giving yourself permission to justify doing something crazy like this. Pat, I still don't get it. How does this apply to me? Do you have kids? Do you have a son? Do you have a daughter? Do you have a nephew? Do you have a cousin? Are you 17 years old watching this? You're impressionable. When you're at the lowest in life, and we will be, many times we will be. I got 4 kids. Many times we will be. When you're at the lowest, dude, you better guard who you listen to and what you watch and what you read.
Man, y'all thought tank is the most powerful thing you have. I'm trying to tell you your thoughts. It's so much bad rhetoric on the internet. It's so many negative people trying to persuade people, like you said, who are young and impressionable. You, as an adult or as a young person who's watching this, you have to, one, teach the people who are around you and are impressionable how to discern these topics, and 2, put the right protection in place so that they're not getting exposed to this at an early age, because this stuff will genuinely affect their entire life. The way they think about relationships, the way they think about work, the way they think about family, everything. It's going to affect them. And if you, as a parent, as a friend, as a spouse, as a sibling, as a family member, see these things starting to affect the way that your loved ones are acting, you should probably let them know how the way that they're ingesting all of the media and the opinions of other people is affecting the way that they are feeling about their life, when really that stuff is not what's going on with them. Does that make sense?
I don't care if you're 14. I don't care if you're 44. I don't care if you're 64. This is our entire life. This thing's not easy. This thing's tough. But we are also the luckiest people alive to witness what we have today. And as tough as life is, it isn't as tough as it was 200 years ago, or 800 years ago, or 1,200 years ago. It's a lot easier today than it was back in the days. Lifestyle is a lot better today. AC wasn't around 140, 150 years ago. You're probably in an AC place right now watching this video. Probably have access to food. You probably get access to the greatest computer in the world. You probably are watching this on it. We are so lucky. Think about the perspective. But and when I was writing the letter, I'm like, you know, this could have been a friend of mine. I lost a friend when I was younger. Till today, I think about him all the time. This is someone's friend. This is someone's son. This is someone's cousin. This is someone's grandson. Someone got to him at 25, 26 years old that made him believe this is the right thing to do. What was the third one? Experiences does what? Pulls the trigger. I don't know. So, you know, what I would take from the message if I'm you is, I promise you, this either made you think about you or it made you think about somebody else. Whatever you could do, make a list of 2 or 3 different people right now and just send them an audio message and lift them up. Lift them up. Just send a message and say, hey, I just want to let you know, I believe in you. It's all going to be fine. Share scripture with them. Encouraging message. Something that could lift them up. You would be amazed how many times we just need a message like, wait, where did this come? Don't even tell them what inspired you want to send this to them. Just tell them. Tell her. You would be amazed how much of an impact you can have on 3 people today. That's it. So imagine if a million of us do this. We positively impacted 3 million people today. What does that do? A lot. Sometimes that's all we need. But
I'm about to send a message now.
Trump tells me he's going to be watching this from prison. You know why? Because he watches a podcast with others from prison, because he talked about the other crew, people that are on there. Again, you can tell the guy's got a sense of humor, and I know he watches the content because somehow, some way, they have access to the stuff that we talk about here. Having said that, my body's hot right now just thinking about this message that I shared with you, because this was a heavy message. This is a little bit more than just motivational, let's go out there and do something big with our lives, right? No, this is heavy. A lot of people are dealing with the wrong people being in their ears, and we want to make sure we prevent them from becoming a story that we read about in the paper. If you got value out of this message, especially the 51% of you that consume our content but are not subscribers to it, take a moment if you can and subscribe to the channel.
Man, make sure y'all go check out Value Teaming after this video. But man, yeah, that you didn't understand what he just said, then you're asleep. You're not even awake. I don't even think you're watching the video. We have to help the people around us understand that what they're listening to, what they're ingesting to their thoughts and to their body, it's like food. What you are, what you eat is what you are. You are what you eat, and you are what you eat, and you are what you think, and you think what you consume, and you consume what you think. So you better start controlling it, because you will start thinking and doing and consuming based off of whose discernment, whose morals, whose principles. The internet's your favorite celebrity? No. Go based on God. Go based on what God gave you, his discernment. He gave it to you before you was born with it. Come on now, read a book or two. Increase your knowledge. Get it from the right sources. We need therapy. We need all of that. Because these problems aren't going to just go away. You're not just going to wake up one day and be like, I feel good, nothing, no problems in my life. No, you gotta step by step. You gotta build to that point where you're like, all right, bet. I feel, you may not ever be truly comfortable, but you'll be settled and you'll feel at peace knowing that you've handled what you had to handle. Now, I can't say that because I ain't fully, I'm 21. Maybe at 40, I'll be like, nah, you can't become comfortable. It's definitely a fact. I might change my opinion, but that's for life to teach me and for me to go read about and explore and find out. What is it for you to go read about, explore, and find out? That's what you have to figure out, because all it is, what they're feeding you isn't getting you what you want. It's just giving you what they want to give you. You have to go out there and find what you want, that ingest it, and then apply it to your life. Y'all just be out here doing anything. But if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments how y'all feel about Luigi Mangione. How do y'all feel about the whole situation? Do you think that he is truly the murderer or not? And do you think that Patrick McDavid handled this situation the correct way? Let me know down below. Peace out.